There's a lot of Asians for Trump out there. Do you know that? Or how do Asians feel about Trump?
Well,
let's say it, man.
Can I say something to you?
Yeah.
I'm not the president of Asians. I seem to think that you seem to think that I'm their leader. Like every month there's a gathering, right? And I get all this information from people.
Yeah.
Right. And then I go out to the world, I'm their spokesperson or something. I don't know what you're talking about.
From China, we love President Trump.
You love Trump?
Because he loves America and he loves the freedom.
That's awesome.
We escaped from China because we want the freedom. We want President Trump.
Yeah.
Because I love America first, and President Trump is the only.
Tito Bong told me to tell you wag ka bumalik because he thought you were going to Seafood City and not some Filipinos for Trump rally. And my mom told me that you're no longer invited to Christmas dinner because your pancit makes everybody sick, and now we know why.
Let's talk about why so many Vietnamese immigrants defend the wrong side of America, even though this current political party is clearly in the wrong. It's not just politics, it's trauma, conditioning, and survival mentality. Most of our parents and grandparents came here as refugees. They survived war, communism, dictatorships. In those systems, speaking up could get you locked up or killed. So when they got to America, they were taught and they learned to stay quiet, to be thankful, and do not ask for more. A lot of that American core and I only love America in my heart rhetoric, that's not real patriotism. It's fear. Fear that if they criticize the US government, they'll lose the little safety that they have. They're afraid that pushing back might lead to instability, just like where they ran from. This country constantly tells immigrants to be thankful and grateful for what you have or go back to where you came from. So now, many immigrants have to prove their gratitude by staying silent, even when injustice is happening right in front of their eyes. Gratitude becomes a weapon to keep people quiet. They were taught that freedom means you get to live here, but real freedom means you can speak, protest, organize, and criticize for what is right.
Oh, there have been a lot of Asians for Trump, you all know. A lot of Asians voted for MAGA, just like the videos we are watching and the ones we're going to be watching. A lot of them actually voted for the current administration, and some of them are really finding out that this is not home, okay? No matter how you see it, your home is always your home, okay? And some of them come over, become citizens in the country, and instead of them trying to form allyship with their own people, okay, and immigrants like themselves, they try as much as possible to make other people feel like less of themselves. And right now, they are finding out that they are making a huge mistake by voting against their own interests, and some of them might just be on their way back to wherever they're coming from. Now, a lot of them are saying, oh, not people from these other people, not all Asians voted for Trump. That is true. Not all Asians voted for the current administration and all the policies that is being passed, okay? But a lot of them also did vote for it, and a lot of them are now freaking out on the internet. Well, let's check out the comment section and see what people are saying. But before then, let's go watch some of the videos I've got that for you guys. Then I'll come back with the commentary. Credits to all creators on this video. Let's go watch.
Everyone's talking about the black men who are voting for Trump and how disappointed they are, and Latinos voting for Trump and they don't understand it. You know what no one's talking about are the Asians voting for Trump. And there are a lot of Asians voting for Trump, which is so weird to me because while he was president, after COVID hit, he said all this racist stuff in connecting Asians to COVID. He called it, I'm not even going to say what he said because it's so racist, but his language caused a rise in hate crimes against Asians, like violent hate crimes. Yet a majority of Asian people are still voting for him. And I do not understand that. I do not. He will give you nothing. And his economic policies are trash.
Oh my God, the South Korean president or prime minister told him that he looked forward to Trump's meeting with Kim Jong-un and him building Trump Tower in North Korea and them golfing together. That poor translator. Could you imagine hearing that? And you'd be like, oh, I have to say that to him.
I met an Asian Trump supporter the other day. And I don't really care who you vote for. It's not about that. It's just I was surprised that he was Asian, right? You don't see that a lot. And he got very defensive very quickly. And he goes, oh, I think that's surprising. Well, you think all Asians have to go for Biden? You think all Asians are the same? You have to go for Biden? Is that what you're saying? And I go, no, it's not that. It's just I'm from Seattle. All the Asians I've met have been smart. I swear to God, and that's not with a bit. I really said that in the moment too. People were watching, bro.
We should all spend exactly 0 more minutes trying to convince people not to be Trump supporters anymore. I think personally, you should not be dividing your time and attention to convincing your friends, family, co-workers, neighbors to have a change of heart. It's too late for most of them, and there's way too much going on right now for us to divide our time and our energy on people that are not going to be the change makers. You can say, oh yeah, but they're going to vote in 2 years, they're going to vote in 4 years, it's going to be important that they see the light. Yeah, they won't. The way to take down a cult is not to convince the cult members to leave the group. It's to take down the cult member. Every time something happens, every breaking news headline I hear that I think this has got to turn the tide for this one specific person in my life, and I think I gotta text them, I gotta send them an article, I stop myself. Because not only do I know that it's going to take at least an hour out of my life that I could have used putting towards something else more productive, but I also know that I'm not going to make any ground on this person. Never. The worse it gets, the more that they are going to fight to save their worldview and their sense of self. Because nothing that's going to happen is ever going to convince them that their decision was a bad decision. I keep seeing other influencers saying, this is for your Trump supporter family. Send this video to somebody you knew that voted for... Why? You may think this sounds defeatist, and that's fine, but for me, I'm thinking about efficiency. Efficiency. We can't be efficient when we're spending all of our time still arguing with the same people that voted for Donald Trump. How can I convince someone who is a Vietnam veteran, who has an American Airlines pilot for a son, after what just happened with the DC crash and the FAA doesn't change their hearts and minds? I'm certainly not. If them watching EM do a on stage is not going to give them a change of heart, I certainly am not.
So you guys, let's check out the comment section and see what people are saying, considering this whole Asians for Trump and Asians who an African. Let's see what they're saying. So this one said, the Asian vote is 6.1%. Trump will lose because of women, not race. It will come down to gender, not race. I don't understand why anyone will vote for him. I can't believe anybody's voting for Trump. The father of my kid is Chinese American and a 3-time Trump voter. It's been heartbreaking to witness him, okay, being more raised to the seas and set to the sea, than I ever saw before. Our marriage literally fell apart over it, okay. Have you considered that most Asian Americans have come from communist societies and therefore don't lean left, okay? Just an observation. I went to school with Polish kids in London. They are right wing, okay? Baby, you try to warn people. This genuinely breaks my heart because now life is looking very scary. From even if Canadian POV, Coast Guard, you curse, okay, you would even believe the number of MAGAs exist, okay? Economy, crime, border control, those are in line with values of Chinese culture, especially first generation Chinese, okay? As a Canadian watching this all unfold, I can only say the Asian communities are misinformed. A lot of the Asian elders think they know it best than their kids do, which led into a lot of argument. So glad that I grew up in Germany. I'm shocked and ashamed of my own people. I think there's also a lot of antiquated belief about gender roles and misogyny built in Vietnamese culture. You are right. They will figure it all out, of them all, okay, in my opinion, is about race to the seas and proximity to whiteness and perceived economies. Don't believe the stereotype. Not all of them are bright, okay? So a lot of people actually came out and also shared their own experience, okay, with their grandmas, with their dad, with their mom. A lot of them cannot really say some words, like kind of educate their parents at home, just because they will say, you are always a kid, you can't do much, you don't know anything about the economy, we are always better, we know better, the wisdom we know. What an old person see sitting down. Even if you climb the Iroko tree, you cannot see, all of those ideologies that elderly people have, that is exactly what a lot of them have come out to say, that their parents do not believe that they actually have a right. They kind of tell them this is what you have to do and all of that. And you know how, throughout, Latinos have been getting deported, some of them being on the street protesting, and they keep asking, where are Asians? Why are they not talking about it? Why are they not standing in solidarity? People keep saying, why don't you call the Asians instead of calling on black people to come join you in the protest and all that? But alas, they didn't show up. Their celebrities, none of them showed up. Like, everybody just did it as if, we really are not immigrants. We are not minority. We always know what we are doing. So we are not coming out to protest alongside anybody. Well, a lot of people called them out, but still they did not show up, okay? But this is what we are seeing in recent times, because this whole thing do happen at all time. And now people are not like, you know what? You guys are just going to, find out, because when you F around, you will definitely find that Tony MAGA might not even save you at the end of the day. Well, guys, I would love to hear your own take about this in the comment section. Let's have that. Let's have that. Let's have it in the comment section. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. And I look forward to seeing you all on my next video. Thank you so much, and see you on next time. Credit to all creators on this video. Bye, guys.